What's going on, guys? Frank here with 10 Back Bowling, back at Wabash Lanes here in New Philadelphia, where today we've got the all-new Ebonite Emerge Hybrid. This ball features the same core that was in the original Emerge, combined with the optimized hybrid HK22 cover stock. These will be the first shots that I throw with this bowling ball. I would just put holes in it, so really looking forward to seeing what this ball is going to do out on the lanes and kind of compare it to the original Emerge that I currently have in my bag. But before we do that, I want to send in a special reminder to you guys to, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're getting very close to the 5,000 subscriber mark, and once we do so, we're going to be giving a ball away. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so now. For now, let's take the ball out to the lanes and see what it does. All right, guys, so just like all the other videos, we're going to stand a little farther to the right, and we're going to keep our hand behind the bowling ball and see what it does. Layout-wise, we went with a 35 by 5 1/4 by 30 layout on this. This is the same layout that I put on my pin-up Emerge that I have. Well, first shot, I can really tell the difference between this one and the original Emerge. This ball definitely picks up in the front sooner for me than the original Emerge does, and it's definitely rounder in shape. I love my Emerge. It's a very unique bowling ball. Yummy. My original Emerge is really clean through the front, but compared to some of the other Pearl Asyms that are out on the market, like the Track Theorem, it's considerably rounder down lane, whereas the Theorem really has a hockey stick motion to it. And I use my Emerge a lot when I'm bowling on some tougher conditions and I need to kind of blend the lane out a little more, but I'm looking for a little length. Yeah, this one definitely picks up sooner in the front. Sooner in the front, gets into a roll sooner in the middle part of the lane. I love the colors of this ball. So far, so good. Right now we're bowling on a fairly fresh lane condition. Only thrown a handful of shots on it. So still should be able to play a little farther to the right. That, as they say, is a big miss. Big miss. I think that we can put a slightly better effort into this next one. What do you say? All right, so we're starting to burn up that part of the lane a little bit. I'm going to move my feet just a couple left. Just a couple. We're not going to make the big move left yet. I want to throw a couple more in that part of the lane. But yeah, definitely seeing a earlier motion than the original Emerge. if there was one thing that I had a knock on the original Emerge was that it did have a window. I couldn't get too far left with it and open my angles up because it would just it just didn't have enough continuation downlane. So I'm interested to see what happens when I get in farther and have to open up my angles. All right, that's not too shabby playing that part of the lane. We're gonna make a step left and get my hand around the ball a little bit more. All right, so off that last shot, we've moved 7 left. Yeah, very similar motion to the original Emerge. It's actually a little rounder, and I would expect that with a stronger cover. A little fast, a little firm with the ball speed on that one. But you definitely notice how smooth it is. It doesn't want to go sideways. It's not nearly as angular as my Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. That ball has a lot more pop down lane. I can definitely see myself throwing this more when I see more blended lane conditions, whether it's sport patterns or house shots that aren't super cliffed. You definitely see how rounded it is off the spot. The transition is really nice. It doesn't just stand up and go and take off. You actually see it start to rev up and then it's nice and round. That was a big miss left. I feel like right now there's probably not enough friction for this ball to warrant me using it like right now. We got drier lane conditions. This is going to be a little better ball for me. See if I'm bowling up at our other location in Canton, this would be a good piece to be throwing. But right now it's just a little too clean through the front. Yucky, yucky. All right, we're going to make another step to the left. And I'm going to throw, once again, I'm going to throw a few shots, keep my hand up the back of the ball, trying to get it into a roll sooner. And then I'll get my hand around it and we should see a pretty big difference. So these next couple here are going to be a little more up the back of the ball. The last one wasn't too bad. Let's see if we can repeat that. Well, that tells me that I think a certain type of player is gonna like this bowling ball. I think that if you're a rev dominant player, you're gonna like this one because of how clean it is through the front part of the lane. And that it doesn't over respond when it sees the friction. All right, we're gonna throw just a couple more here. We're gonna get our hand around the ball. Create a little more side rotation. Okay. You really see a difference when it goes through the pins when I get my hand around it more. It's almost like it's fighting itself a little bit, and I would expect that on this right now. I would expect that. Games, late game 2, game 3, I could see that going through the pins much better. But right now there's just too much volume. Not enough lane breakdown. One more here. Give it the big wheel on this one. All right, guys, there you have it for the all-new Ebonite Emerge Hybrid. First impressions, it's a very smooth bowling ball. I think it would complement bowling balls like the Black Widow 2.0 Hybrid. If you're looking for something that's a little rounder in shape and not so angular when it sees the dry, this would be a good ball to look into. Players whose styles I think would complement this type of bowling ball, definitely your rev dominant players are going to like this, because it doesn't over bounce when it sees the friction, and it still blends the middle part of the lane out fairly decent. Speed dominant players, you're definitely going to need a lot of friction for this bowling ball. It's going to keep you farther right, but overall we would need more friction for it. Match players, I feel like this is going to be a little on the conditional side. I think you would probably see a little more versatility off of something like the Widow 2.0 Hybrid. That gives a little more sharper motion, a little more continuation down lane, as opposed to this one, which is just slightly smoother and a little more forward. So the window for your type of game would be a little smaller than, let's say, the rev dominant player would be. So once again, if you like the video and you like the ball motion and you want to get yours in your own bag, stop by your local pro shop, or you can stop by one of 10 back pro shops, 3 locations in New Philadelphia, Worcester, and Canton. Until next time, we'll see you guys for the next video.